Hey, it's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News, back at you with what's happening in the world of boxing today. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, indeed, another beautiful day in the world we call boxing, man. Yes, indeed. Does anything else exist? Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, if you're like I am, man, your mind is constantly 24/7 on the world of boxing. I know mine is, man. And if you're anywhere like a hardcore degenerate like myself, man, yeah, that's what you're thinking about, man. But you see what the title is today. Can Charlo win a decision against Canelo in Las Vegas? Well, let's talk about it. You know, I was sitting doing some film study, man, on both of the fellas, man, on Canelo, and I did it on Charlo as well, man. And I looked at two fights. I looked at the Bivol fight with Canelo, and I looked at the Castano fight, the second Castano fight with Charlo, man. And I really seen some stuff, man, that uh, uh, both of them could use and capitalize on. But first of all, I want to jump on Canelo when Canelo fought Bivol. Now, one thing I can say about Bivol, it was a excellent execution of what his cornermen wanted from him. He did exactly what they wanted from him. He stayed behind the jab. He doubled and tripled up the jab. He stayed off the rope. Soon as his back touched the rope, he was back off of it just like that. He kept the fight right in the middle of the ring. He kept the fight right in the middle of the ring where it actually needed it to be. It needed to be right in the middle of the ring. And that's where he kept it. And I'm going to tell you another thing, man. I was looking at Canelo body in that particular fight, man, opposed to his body, how his body looked in other fights as well. You did, because all that plays an important role. And I'm gonna tell you, when I looked at Canelo in the Bivol fight, man, I seen what we call skinny fat. Skinny fat, yeah. And what I mean by that is you got the weight off and everything you did, but yet you still had a level of fat still hanging around, man. And what's that telling me is that I feel though that Canelo didn't take this fight as serious as he's taken others. I think he might have thought that he had himself another Hogan. You did? Yeah. Because as you know, man, when he does go up to those higher weight classes, he always grabs the low hanging fruit. And what I mean by that is the person that is considered the low tier in that particular division. Well, this time he got fooled because one thing about Bivol is definitely talented. He has educated feet. The jab is beautiful. He's smart, and he has a punch. Yeah. He has a punch as well. And I really think that not taking anything away from Bivol, but I really don't think that Canelo really took the Bivol fight really serious. And when I compare how his body looks already right now, before he even when we're 3 weeks away from the Jamel fight, his body already looks better already. When I looked at how his body looked when he fought against Plant, his body looked cut up. Yeah. And I just didn't see the same thing in the Bivol fight. And I seen a very tired Canelo also in the Bivol fight. And I can see why, man, because he was definitely in a territory he had not been in a very long time. Yeah. The last time somebody was definitely capitalizing on him like that was against Floyd Mayweather. You did? So yeah. I seen Canelo very tired. I seen Canelo, man, wanting to hang on the ropes, man. Even when Bivol had him on the ropes and would let off an onslaught against Canelo, Canelo really wanted to hang on the ropes because he would tell him, come on, come on, come on. But what I like about what Bivol didn't do is that he remained disciplined. He remained disciplined, and he did not fall for what Canelo wanted him to do. Yeah. He definitely did not fall for what Canelo wanted him to do. But what he did, he definitely stayed very busy. He kept the jab in Canelo's face. I'm talking double and tripling up on the jab, the 1-2s and everything, man. He was definitely the more busier fighter and the more accurate fighter. So the whole time he was building up points against him, and he did not remain there to look at his work. He got out of dodge, man. He allowed his feet to be its defense. He allowed his feet to be his defense, man. And he was able to really control the rhythm, the pace of the fight. He controlled the distance of the fight. He did everything beautifully against Bivol. He was definitely the bigger man. He was 6 foot. He had a reach of 72 inches. He was the bigger man. Yeah. He was the bigger man. I'm pretty much sure when he came in that ring, he was every bit of north of 185. You dig? And man, I'm gonna tell you what really won that fight was the jab and his feet. The jab and his feet, and him just remaining disciplined. Yeah, him remaining disciplined. He never got real confident where he felt though he needed to just sit there, right there, and just started banging it out with Canelo. Nah, he never did that. He never felt for the banana in the tailpipe. He stayed moving. He stayed on the back foot, man. He was always on the step back, always. And he did not allow Canelo to control the pace or to just control the rhythm. He just fought a phenomenal fight. A phenomenal fight for sure, man. And I'm trying to tell you, man, when I looked at that fight, I said, wow. Because yeah. It's been a minute. But yeah, I rewatched it today, man. It was a beautiful execution of Bivol. But I also want to say I feel, though, that Canelo didn't take that fight seriously. And again, if you're just coming in, the reason why, if I look at a fighter's body, man, you dig, and that lets you know on what type of level of commitment they had for their training. And when I looked at Canelo's body, and I just didn't just look at that fight. I compared Canelo's body because he looked kind of skinny fat to me. He looked kind of skinny fat to me. And you were like, Jay, but what's skinny fat? Skinny fat is when you get the weight off, you did, but yet you still got a level. You still look kind of almost doughy, but not. You did. It looks presentable, but if you go back and you watch his fight against Plant, and you look at his body, and you go back and look at even his body when he fought Ryder, it was it looked better. It was more of a cut body. And that just let me know that he was more prepared for those fights. I really think that he looked at Bivol like every time he went up in weight, you dig, that he was just smashing cats. I think he really put him out there with the same as Hogan. You remember what he did to Hogan, man. But yet, Bivol wasn't going for that because I don't think they really did their homework on this cat, man. I really don't think they did, because if they really did their homework on him, I think they would have respected that man more, man. I really think they would have respected. Canelo was, by the third round of the Bivol fight, Canelo was breathing hard, mouth hanging wide open, and everything. This third round, that should not be so. That should be not so. But I tell you what, Canelo's not falling for the boo-bah bang this time. He's not. He's up in high altitude at Lake Tahoe, man. He knows that this is going to be a fight that's definitely conditioning going to play an important role. But I tell you what, I watched the All Access the other day, and I rewatched it today. And when I looked at how his body looks right now, oh, it's already cut. That layer of fat that was left is gone. It ain't there. It ain't there. It's not there. He's taking this Charlo fight very, very seriously. I want you to understand that. He's taking this fight very seriously. And hey, keep in mind, he just fought, what was that? In the fifth month. Yeah. We're in the ninth month. Yeah. I'm talking 3 or 4 months ago. Yeah. So he's going to be the sharper fighter. I don't care how you dice it. I don't care how you cut it. I know how some people say, man, it's things that you could do in the gym. And it probably is. But I tell you what, the man that just fought recently is going to be the more sharper guy. He's going to be the more sharper guy. Okay. So what I'm saying is do not think that Canelo is not going to be ready for this fight. He's going to be extremely ready. Now, okay, now let's go look at Charlo, man. When you look at Charlo, man, we're fighting an uphill battle. I'm gonna go ahead and lay these cards out on you right now. And if you're in here, you already know what these cards are because you're a hardcore. First of all, about time he goes into the fight, it's going to be a 16-month layoff. It's going to be a 16-month layoff, okay? Hands down. Second of all, he's going to be coming up 2 weight classes. Yeah. There's weight classes for a reason. It's not a cliche. It's not a cliche. Okay, and I know I hear somebody saying it right now. Jay, but he looks like the bigger guy. I understand what you're saying. I totally understand what you're saying, but he's not used to fighting bigger guys at the fight on fight night. He's not being used to being punched by a bigger guy. Okay, that is just not the issue, man. The third thing is the magnitude of this fight. Yeah. You know how Floyd Mayweather always talk about the big lights, man, and the commitments and everything that you got to do when you fight on this level. Because when it comes for that big money, yeah. When it comes for that big money, oh yeah, it's big obligations. I'm talking about you're going to do 5 times more media. You're going to be doing this. You're going to be doing that. You're going to be kissing babies. You're going to be doing everything that you're normally not doing. And he's going to be doing the more of it because he is the underdog. Okay, so we're going to lay that out right there. He's also coming off a hand injury, but I think by now that hand should be healed. Okay, so I'm really not even going to count that as a big issue. I'm not even going to count that as a big issue. But now let's go back to Castano 2 fight. Okay, which was a beautiful fight. I totally enjoyed it, man. And Charlo was relentless. He was relentless in that fight. But keep in mind, Castano was relentless as well. And him being the shorter guy, I'm talking about Castano, was still landing a jab on Charlo. Yeah. Don't get me wrong now. I know that Canelo, that's not what we're going to have to worry about too much, man. Not at all. But what I am saying is this. The right hand is going to be the key punch for this fight. The right hand, I'm going to tell you, whoever lands the better right hands, the better counters or whatever, is going to be the one that's going to control this particular fight, man. The right hand is going to be a key, man. Now, for Jamel, what's going to set that, you know what sets it up? It's the jab. He's going to have to double. He's going to have to triple up that jab, just like how Bivol did. Bivol kept that jab in Canelo's face all night long. He made him keep have to reset. Reset. Yeah. And he was putting Canelo on the ropes. But what I like about it is once he finished his business, he didn't lay around there, man. And he wasn't loading up on his shots. No, he was getting the points, man. He was getting the points, man. He made it to the actual a point where they just couldn't deny him. Yeah. He was the more active person. He was the more accurate person, man. And he was keeping the jab in his face, but then he was bringing the combinations too. Yeah. So if Canelo did catch 1 or 2, he was still getting off 3 or 5. Yeah. The math was mathing that night for Bivol, but he did not hang around. He did not hang around to watch his work. Nah, he did not. Hey, you remember when Canelo was like, nah, come on, bring it on. Nah, he remained disciplined. He backed on out of there and he took it back to the center of the ring. Now, you got to keep in mind, man, you got to keep in mind, Canelo's going to control everything about this fight. So main thing you want to think about is size of the ring. The size, hey, I wouldn't be surprised they have an 18. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised it's an 18 foot, but 9 times out of 10, it'd probably be a 20-foot ring. It's probably going to be a 20-foot ring. Yeah. And that's how Canelo wants it, man. The smaller the ring is better for Canelo, man. Canelo he wants to be able to cut you off and get you out of there, man. Let me tell you something. The footwork is going to be very important. Look how the footwork helped Bivol so much. Oh, yeah. That was definitely defense for him. It was definitely defense for him. Like I said, man, the people that was in Bivol's corner, man, they put together a beautiful plan. And you know, and it's okay to get a beautiful plan, but if you don't have a man that can execute, yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you, Bivol executed. He remained disciplined, man. He stayed behind the jab, man. He never got starstruck. He did everything he needed to do, man, to pull off that win. He did everything. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you what, Canelo was not in the shape he needed to be. And like I tell you, I looked at his body, and if you think I'm wrong, go look at Canelo against Bivol. Look at his body there. Then go back and look at Canelo against Ryder, and go look at Canelo against Plant. The body looks totally different, man. The body looks totally different. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. We got a good fight. It could happen either way. Either guy could win the fight. But y'all know me. I always talk about that $1 that I would bet. If I was have to bet this $1, that $1 is going to have to go on Canelo that night. That's just how I feel, man. But listen here, man. I appreciate Lottie Dottie and everybody that came in the building this morning. Let's say this morning. I can't even keep up. Is it evening? Is it morning? What time is it? But I tell you what, shout out to the chat, because the chat is in the building. Yeah. The usual suspects are in the building. Aunt McQueen is in the building. Wim Old School is in the building. Dre Finest is in the building. What else? All right. Yes, indeed. We got a new guy. Exactly. We got a new guy. Son of Apollo. I like the name. a lot. Well, Son of Apollo, I want to welcome you to Hardcore's Hangout. We're just a bunch of hardcore degenerates that get together and talk about this beautiful sport we call boxing. Yeah. About this beautiful sport we call boxing. We only got one rule in the Hangout. No hitting below the belt. That means that we don't talk about nobody's mama up in here. Yeah. Other than that, everything else is fair game. Salute to Son of Apollo. We welcome you into the Hangout, and we're looking forward to seeing you more often. You dig? But I tell you what, Mike Rhyme has entered into the building. Yes, indeed. But yeah. That's just how I feel about that particular fight. But y'all know what I say. Just an old guy that looks into a square box right here. You dig? That's just my opinion, man. I sat down, did some film study today, man, and no matter when I kept on doing the math, the math, when I finished doing the math, it kept saying Canelo, but it says that Charlo could pull it off. But if I had to put the money on it, if I had to put the money, I would have to put the money on Canelo for this fight. You did. But what y'all got going on, man? Talk to me quick before I forget, man. You did. Talk to me in the chat, man. Give me what y'all think, man. Tell me what you think. Dre Fine is what it do, man. You getting yourself together on your way to the building this evening or on your way to work? I know that's right. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy, man. I hope everybody's had a productive day. I hope you had a productive day thus far. Shout out to Showtime. The guy has entered into the building. What's up, Showtime? Yes, indeedy. My St. Louis bro is in the building. But yeah, man, do y'all think that Charlo can win a decision in Vegas against Canelo? Or do you think that he's going to have the knockout? Well, then if he has to have the knockout, then there's another conversation to be had about that. There's another conversation to be had about that. But talk to me, man. Let me know what y'all think. You're in the chat. You dig? Let me know what you think, man. But I think it's an excellent fight, man. I like the fight with Jamel against Castano. It was definitely a fan-friendly fight. But I do feel, though, that Charlo got hit way too much. I feel like he got hit way too much. Okay, and I don't think he want to get hit that much with Canelo. But then Canelo also is not as busy as Castano. He's not that busy. He's not that busy whatsoever. But one thing we know about Canelo is that he does have the boo-bop bang. He does have that boo-bop bang, and he wants to catch you with that right hand. He wants to catch you with that right hand for sure, man. You did. And I'm going to tell you, man, the right hand's going to be very significant on both guys' behalf. It's going to be a big significance on both guys' behalf, man. Whoever lands the best right hand, man. And I'm going to tell you, man, Jamel, even though I felt, though, that he took Castano punches pretty good, I don't want him taking those same punches from Canelo. Nah, I don't want him to continue taking those type of punches. So I need him to have a tight defense. He's definitely going to need to have a tight defense. You know, Canelo's coming in with the high guard. You know what I mean? You want to have to get around that high guard. You want to split that high guard, you did. And I'm going to tell you, the number one punch that he really needs to also execute, the sneaky punch, is going to be the uppercut. If he can get some good uppercuts off against Canelo, which he's good for, oh man, that can definitely change the whole game. That can change the whole game, man. I think this fight is like I won't say 60-40. I won't say 50-50. I'm gonna say 60-40 fight. Yeah. I think it's a 60-40 fight. I think that Canelo he's been on this level so many times. He's the smarter man in that ring. He knows what to do. Now, one thing about Jamel, the conditioning is going to be on his side. Yeah. The conditioning is definitely going to be on his side, man. And he carries that strength to the late rounds, but also Canelo does too. Canelo carries it late. He definitely carries it late, but he could not get John Ryder out. He couldn't get John Ryder out, and they stood in the middle of the ring. Yeah. I'm talking Rock'em Sock'em Robot. Dre Finer say, no, Charlo has the card stacked against him. I would like for Charlo to win, but he won't. He won't. Canelo wins. Yeah. I think Canelo wins, man. I think Canelo definitely wins. But is there a possibility for Charlo to pull it off? Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be by knockout. I don't think it's going to be knockout. You know, I mean, come on now. We're talking about something that some of the biggest guys in the division couldn't do, man. You did. You know, yeah. He'd been in there with Kovalev, you know. I'm gonna tell you, man, and Kovalev, man, he really showed Bivol how to beat Canelo, because Kovalev, man, that jab was jabbing. That jab was jabbing. Remember when he was fighting Canelo? That jab was jabbing, man. Old school said, Jay, I'm worried about Mel extra weight taking some of his cardio away. Yeah, but I could definitely understand that. But the good thing about it is they started training early. They started training early. So that's the only good part about it, is that they started training earlier. And if we can just go by what he said on All Access, he says he's feeling fast. He says he's feeling strong. But that's what he's supposed to say. That's what he's supposed to say. But until I see something different, I'm going to believe him. I'm going to believe him. Now, what I want to know is, how does his punch power translate in the 168 division? That's what I want to know. You did? Because I'm going to tell you, the kid was a big kid. And only reason why he was able to squeeze down into 54, man, because of his discipline. Excuse me. Only because of his discipline, man. And that's one thing that he's definitely blessed with. He's definitely a disciplined brother. And he makes it happen. Station break me, please. Woo, okay. That's a little bit better. Yeah. Let me tell you something. He definitely has all the tools to actually make it happen. But my problem is, or worrying about, is he going to get into a firefight with Canelo? Which I don't think is a smart thing. And he got caught by a lot of shots by Castano that he shouldn't have got hit with. But like I said, Canelo is not going to be as busy as Castano, but he is going to have his Jason on. What do you mean, Jay, have his Jasons on? He's going to be stalking. He is definitely going to be stalking Jermell Charlo. He's going to be, yeah. He's going to be on him at every beat. Yes, indeedy, man. So the mental pressure is definitely going to be there. You dig? And like I said, man, it's a level he ain't never been on. It's a level he ain't never been on. And he's in there with somebody as talented. He's never been in there with somebody as talented, or probably as hit as hard as Canelo. Yeah. So all those type of things, you know what I mean? And like I said, he's already fighting an uphill battle. He's already fighting an uphill battle, man. Aunt McQueen said, I think his power will be fine. What I'm looking to see is if there's any difference with punch resistance. Very good. Very good. He typically boasts on his iron chin. But I tell you what, though, man, one thing I said about them brothers, man, when I stood beside them, man, and I look at their jaws, man, they got some very defined jaws. I'm gonna be honest, man. The first thing I thought about when I seen their jaws, man, this is crazy. I said, man, them boys got jaws like a horse. Yeah, you know how them horse jaws look very strong and defined? Yeah. Theirs is definitely the same way. Theirs is definitely, they some strong country bred brothers, man. Strong country bred brothers for sure. Yeah. You can tell they come from good stock. They come from good stock. You know, so yeah. Very, very, very excellent point, Aunt McQueen. The punch resistance going to be so important. Very important. Very, very, very important. So I appreciate you bringing that up, man, for sure. But man, that's what makes this just a hell of a fight. That's what makes it a hell of a fight. It's the type of fight that I would never put money on. Yeah. It's the type of fight I wouldn't put money on. You dig? But if you made me, it would have to go on Canelo. It would have to go on Canelo because the math is just better his way. Yeah. I go by the math, man, and all the math equals up to Canelo, man. Even look. Even when I went back, when I was doing my film study, man, and y'all all know I'm a Spence guy, let it be known. But when I did my film study that week of the fight, man, before the fight happened, man. And I kept doing the film study for 2 days straight. And every time, man, and I did the math kept equaling up to Crawford. It kept equaling up to Crawford, man. And we all remember we had these conversations, man. I said, I definitely feel though it's a 50-50 fight. And the only reason why I make it 50-50 because I stretch, because I felt though that WILL was going to play an important factor in this fight, man. Yeah. And I think right there, man, that's because I was a Spence guy and I had to give him something to hedge the bet. So I felt though that the will would help out. Now I said that I feel though that if the math tells me Crawford, I always said that, and I always do the math, man. You know what I mean? So that way, you know, when you do make a decision, you make an educated decision and not a biased decision, or, you know, this is my guy decision. You did. Now you can root for your guy. And that's one thing I want, you know, in the boxing game, it ain't nothing wrong to root for your guy, but you also need to be realistic. Can your guy actually win this fight? Because if you want to root for your guy and then put your money on your guy when you don't even have the real math for your guy to win, then that's a stupid bet. That's a stupid bet, man. You did. So and I can't waste mine like that. I can't waste mine like that. Not at all. Not at all. That's why I didn't lose a single dollar on Spence Crawford. That's why I didn't lose a single dollar on Spence Crawford. I left some push-ups to my son. That was it. Because he's a Crawford guy and I'm a Spence guy, and we made our bet a long time ago. All right, Dre. Be safe on the way to work, brother. Be safe. I had do's and don'ts for both guys. I can dig it. I can dig it. Dre finally say rolling with the punch will be key. The Charlos are born and bred Louisiana brothers. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hood champion boxing sports. What's up there, champ? How you feeling today? Hood champion boxing and sport is in the building. You've been here before. I know I've seen that name. So welcome back into the building. What do you think about this? Can Charlo win a decision against Canelo? And if so, tell me, how does he win that decision? Talk to me quick, man. Educate me, man. You know, I'm always willing to learn. Talk to me. Let me know what y'all think, man. Do you think Charlo can win this fight? My good friend Banky Pound said he feels though that Charlo can win this fight. And then he went one step further. He says that Charlo stops Canelo. Woo-wee. Yeah. That's blasphemy right there. Yeah. That's blasphemy in the boxing world, man. I mean, it's bad enough he's fighting the uphill battle. Now you're going to put the knockout on him as well. Man, I tell you what, though. He does that. Oh, man, he definitely got to go in my top 3. He definitely got to go in my top 3 of the pound for pound right now. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Matter of fact, man, he teetotaling between 1 and 2. I would have to give it to him. Yeah. Go up 2 weight classes and become undisputed again. And win the fight by knockout fashions where nobody's never knocked out Canelo. I tell you what. Yeah, the internet will break that night. I tell you that much. Yeah. The internet will break that night if something like that goes down, man. But like I said, I feel though that is an intriguing fight. And I'm going to tell you, I take my hat off to Jermell Charlo, man, for taking this fight, man. And I know you got people like that said that he was stupid to take the fight, you know. But nah, I don't call him stupid. I see him daring to be great and securing the nest egg. That's what I see. That's what he's doing. Charlo fights 2 upright. He's been dropped at 154 and buzzed. Canelo will get him on the canvas and probably stop by round 10. Son of Apollo has spoken. You did? Yes, indeed. And everything that he said, I can't even argue with him with. I can't even argue with him. I'm telling you, for one thing, I'm going to tell you for one thing, he better not go back and forwards with Canelo. He better not go back and forwards with Canelo, man. Not at all, man. Let me tell you something, man. Canelo done been up in the 175 division, man. He done been up in the 175 division. And he done been hit by some of the big guys, man. Yeah. Some big guys, man. Yeah, just because they weigh in at 175. Yeah. Fight night, that is not the weight that they are petitioning. No, it is not, man. So trust me, he has a good punch resistance, man. Only reason why I can see Canelo getting knocked out that night, man, is because he got old overnight. That's it. That's the only reason, man. The only reason. Or he desperately gets hit with a shot that he didn't see whatsoever. That he didn't see was, and then that's always possible. It's the shot that you don't see, man, that is the worst. But as I say again, if you are a person that bets on fights, the safe money is on Canelo for the win. Yeah. Canelo money line. Easy money, man. Yes, indeed. For sure. You're going to have to put a lot to get a lot. Yeah. But it ain't out the rim of him stopping Charlo. No. I'm going to tell you, man, if he takes man, as many punches that he took from Castano, yeah. The many punches he took from Castano was laying that right hand on you. Castano was catching them with a jab. Yeah. Now, one thing is he got in his favor, man, is that he comes in at that imposing dimensions, man, because he's 6 foot with a 73-inch reach. Bivol was 6 foot with a 72-inch reach. You dig? So yeah. He does have that imposing figure. Yeah. But he's not going to be the big man like how Bivol was. No, he's not. He's not that big of a man. Yeah. He definitely was the taller guy. He definitely is the taller guy. Canelo reaches 70 and a half. He's going to have he's going to have at least a 4-inch height distance. But Canelo never had problems with tall guys. He get him out of there too. Without a doubt, man. Let me tell you something. They're going to be ready. Canelo and the crew is going to be ready, man. And to beat Canelo, Mel will have to box at a distance and keep Canelo at the end of his jab. Plus, when Canelo ducks down and goes side to side like he does, Mel has to use the uppercut and hurt him. Beautiful execution. That would definitely be something that he would definitely have to. Let me tell you something. Mel cannot be loading up on punches. He needs to keep Canelo on the end of his jab for sure. And he needs to double and triple up that jab. And he needs to use educated feet. Stay off the ropes and keep the fight in the middle of the ring. Easier said than done, though. Yes, indeed. And when he does get Canelo on the ropes, hey, yeah. Let him off and let him out. Just like Bivol did. Don't stay there too long. Come try and tell you. You're going to get caught. That's what Canelo want. Yeah. Ain't nothing like a guy with a chin, man. And you throwing combinations, he gonna wait to catch you with the right one. For sure, man. And another thing that I feel, though, that Jamel needs to execute that Bivol was doing, he was actually hitting Canelo to the body. Yeah, he was actually hitting Canelo to the body, man. A lot of people don't go to Canelo's body because they're afraid of getting hit on top. You did? But yeah, go to the body, throw the uppercuts. Those are very important punches that you're going to be able to, because I'm going to tell you, he's coming in with the high guard. He's coming in with the high guard. So you're definitely going to need to use that uppercut. For sure, man. Use it. Use it. But do not load up on your shots, man. Nuh-uh. Get the points, man. Get the points and get out. Get the points, get out. I'm gonna tell you, the execution that Bivol put down was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. I don't know if Mel will be able to be that imposing on Canelo. And then, as I said, I dare you to go back and look at Canelo's body opposed to how his body looked against Plant and even how his body looked against Ryder. He had a skinny, fat look when he fought Bivol. He did not take that fight seriously. And I'm not taking anything away from Bivol. Not at all. Not at all. But I looked at Canelo's body, man, and it was not that cut physique that we're used to. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I was watching All Access this week. Man, he took his shirt off and rang out that t-shirt, man. Trust and believe, he's already cut. He's already ready. And keep in mind, he just fought. What's that? June? Is that June? January, February, March, April, May. He just fought in May. So he's going to be the sharper fighter. Yeah. I know some people say, man, that ring rust don't exist. I beg to differ. But he's going to be the sharper fighter. He's going to be the sharper fighter, man. And that's going to play an important role as well. Yeah. Because first of all, Mel is going to have to find his rhythm. Yeah. And he can't come in there starstruck like Plant. He can't do that, man. He can't come in there respecting Canelo, man. No, he can't do it, man. But I love this fight. Shout out to Just Do Boxing. Just Do Boxing has entered into the building. What's up, my guy? William Old School said, my son got his first truck, and I'm getting him ready to teach him how to drive. That's what's up. Yeah. We'll pray for you. Tell him I said congratulations, man. Tell him I said congratulations. That's what's up. Yeah, man. But yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting fight. I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. Like I said, I'm pulling for Jermell to win. But who do I think is going to win the fight? I believe that Canelo will win the fight. I feel though that things will be a little bit better if Charlo wasn't fighting so much of an uphill battle. Yeah, he's already coming in the negative. You did, with the ring rust. Well, I can't call it ring, with the having been in the ring. By the time it comes around, it's going to be about 16 months. You dig? He's coming up 2 weight classes. You know what I mean? In boxing, it always was when you came up to a new weight class, man, you got yourself adjusted into that weight class. You got yourself adjusted into that weight class. You didn't just jump in that weight class and fight the champion. You did. And not even just the champion. I'm talking pound for pound, guy that's been pound for pound for the last 10 years, man. You better hope that Canelo gets old. T. Holmes, where you been at? T. Holmes has entered into the building. He said, I'm going to do a Charlo and Colorado buff parlay. I'm going to put 200 on it. Better man than me, my brother. I ain't putting no money on this fight. Not a dollar. Not a dollar. Even though I feel, though, that Canelo will win it. But and the odds are, matter of fact, let me look at the odds anyway. Let me see what they got. Let's check that out real quick. A lot of people, man, taking Jermell for this fight, man. I was surprised at my guy Banky taking this fight, man, for Charlo, man. And Tim Layton, he feels though a few guys in the hangout is taking Jermell. You did, and I can dig it. I can dig it. But I just go by my math, man, and my math just doesn't equal up to that. My math don't equal up to that, man. I just got to go by my math, man. I know who I want to win. I want Jermell to win. And I'm gonna be rooting for Jermell from the beginning. Cash Sports said, Jay, it's my wife's birthday, and we having a little get together at the house. I got my earpiece in though. Oh, you're the worst. You're the worst. Tell her happy birthday from the hangout, man. Yes, indeed. Tell her happy birthday. My best friend's birthday tomorrow. 9/12. Wow, she was born on 9/11. Wow, that's heavy. That's heavy. I bet you she's a humdinger. Yeah, well, man, definitely tell her, man, happy birthday from the hangout for sure. Happy birthday from the hangout. Let me look and see what the odds are for Canelo Charlo. They got Canelo as a minus 400, and they got Jermell as a plus 300. Let's see what the prop bets look like for this fight. Okay, it's a minus 120 for Canelo winning by decision. So that's how they really think the fight is going to happen. Canelo by KO is a plus 230. Jermell by knockout is a plus 900. Is a plus 900. Jermell by decision is plus 500. So what I'm saying, hey, if you believe it, okay, yeah, I drop it. If you believe that Charlo can pull it off, you can make some money on this fight. If you believe that Charlo can win this fight, you can make some money on this fight for sure, without a doubt. You know, now me personally, I wouldn't do it, but there is some money to be made. Yeah. You bet 100 on a decision, you get 600 back. Yeah. You get 600 back. You did. Yeah. And shoot, and for a knockout, if Jermell knocks Canelo out, $100 gets you 1,000 back. $100 gets you 1,000 back if you believe that Jermell stops Canelo. Yeah. And a draw, $100 gets you 1,900 back on a draw. Yes, indeed. So there it is, man. There it is, right there. You did. Yeah. It's plus 175. If you bet $100, you'll get back $275 back if you feel though that the fight don't go the distance. You did. But if yeah. Either way, no matter who wins it. So there you go, man. There you go. Let me drop. I'm gonna drop the link in right now for y'all. If you want to come in and rap a taste about this, man. You know, because it's definitely a good fight to talk about, man. And I can't wait for it to actually happen. I'm looking forward to it. I know you are as well. You dig? Hey, if you haven't smashed the appreciation button, man, make sure that you do so. Yes, indeed. I just did it myself as well. You did? Yeah. The link is in the chat. Man. If you want to come in and stress your expertise and let us know what you think. Talk to me quick before I forget. I need to know, man. I love to hear what y'all got going on. I rattled mine off, man. If you was in here from the beginning, man, I laid it all on the table. I laid my whole analysis on the table, man. As soon as I got in the building. Wasn't even nobody in the building when I did it. Yeah. There you go, telling me to keep my face away from the keyboard again, Dre Finest. What's up, Wim Old School?
What's happening, Jay?
Man, I'm keeping life simple, man. What you
I
got?
hear that.
What you got for me? What you got for me?
Yeah, I watched Canelo a few times, watching him
Mm.
train plus watching him fight.
Ooh,
Canelo's got that way. He'll come in, drops his head, bends his knees, and he moves side to side.
right.
That's when Jamel needs to catch him. When he's going back and forth, he needs to throw that. It's almost like a hook / uppercut.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And when he's going to the right, he needs to throw it to that side. Catch him coming to that side. If he
Mm.
can do that, there's a damn good chance he can knock him out. Use his
Mm.
momentum against him.
Okay.
As Bibble showed when they fought, Canelo's got a tight guard, especially like when he was up against the ropes. He keeps them gloves plastered to the front of his face, so it's hard to throw a
Yeah.
straight right down the middle and catch him.
That's right. You got to throw that uppercut. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And the only other way you're going to catch him is behind the ear.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
it, because you ain't throwing down the middle. He's too tight on when you throw down the middle. You're just not going to nail it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
And that's
think
why
I think if he can,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I think if he can go to the body,
Mm-hmm.
get Canelo to drop them hands down, get Canelo backing up, get Canelo trying to do his little move, and catch his fucking ass. That's my opinion anyway. That's the only way I see you beat the dude, because he's got an iron chin. You got to use his momentum to crack him. That's the only way you're going to get enough power on it to put him down.
But Bivol didn't have to put him down.
No, but Bivol didn't. But the thing is what worries me is Charlo's putting on all that weight. How is his cardio going to act with all that weight? That's what worries me. He even said he had a hard time. He's having a hard time putting that weight on. Is it because he's still training, trying to keep his cardio? And if he's not, he's screwing up.
Yeah, but my thing is, I wouldn't worry about putting the weight on, to be honest. I wouldn't worry about putting the weight. The weight that he's going to be fighting at that night, man, is the weight that he's normally fighting at anyway. Would you not agree?
If he comes in at 160, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, even if he comes in at 164, 165, I think that's fine. You know, because 9 times out of 10, when he's fighting 154, he's probably coming in 10 pounds higher, probably 164.
But yeah, if I was fighting Canelo, that's exactly how I'd do it, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about 168.
I'd go to his body, keep my guard tight for one, because you know he's going to try and crack you the moment your hands move. But you got to be able to crack him to keep him from hitting you. If you can keep him keep his guard up and all that shit, try and make him move around the ring. Like I said, you got to use his momentum against him if you're going to try and put him down. I don't think they're going to give Jamel a decision. I really don't. I think his only chance of winning that fight, because we've already seen they've given Canelo fights in the past when he didn't win them. So I think his only chance is he's going to have to put Canelo down.
Which has been an anomaly so far.
Right. It's a hard battle for him, dude. That's my guy, bro. I'm gonna back him, dude. I've had him at my number 1 pound for pound for a while when nobody else would pick him. Just because of the competition he fought, just because he did lose to me, in my opinion, to Castano, and he came back and whooped Castano's ass.
Yeah, but he took a lot of punishment too in that fight as well. Now,
right,
more shots than I wanted him to take.
Right, and then the crazy thing is Canelo can punch, dude. He's not going to be like Castano hitting him.
Exactly. Hey, we got a new guy in the building. Mel Robinson has entered into the building. We want to welcome you, Mel Robinson, into Hardcore's Hangout. We're just a bunch of hardcore degenerates that get together and talk about this beautiful sport called boxing. We only got one rule around here. No hitting below the belt. That means we don't talk about nobody's mama up in here. Other than that, everything else is fair game. We want to welcome you into Hardcore's Hangout. And his first text is, Charlo needs to come in at 160 and don't come in heavy. Charlo has to move. I agree with you 9,000%. He needs to move, but if he's going to move, he needs to be actually landing punches as well. He's going to have to land punches. I'm talking double and tripling up on the jab, controlling the distance, man. All those type of things is going to be important. Staying off the ropes, keeping that fight in the middle of the ring. You dig? Everything like that is going to be important, man. And I'm gonna tell you, the right hand is going to be key for either one of them. I don't know who it's going to be for, but I guarantee you that right hand going to be the deciding punch for that fight that night.
Yep. If he can't hurt him, he's in trouble.
Yeah, that's bad business. That's bad business.
Look, Jay, I gotta go teach this kid how to drive, bro. Pray for me, this boy. Oh Lord.
We're gonna pray for you, my brother.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
All right, talk to you in the morning, man. You take it easy.
Later.
All right. Yes, indeedy, man. We're looking forward to it, man. Appreciate Mel Robinson coming in the building, man, and giving his opinion, man. That is so important, man. I love when I see new guys come in the building, man, and stake their claim, man. Let us know what they think. And yeah, me personally, I wouldn't worry about trying to be heavy, man. I wouldn't worry about trying to be heavy. I would come in there being comfortable. Man. You know, but definitely keep a tight defense. He's going to definitely need a tight defense for sure. And he does not need to load up on no punches, man. Do not load up on the punches, man. Double, triple the jab, man. Make Canelo have to reset, man. Keep that jab in his face all night long. Keep him in the because I'm trying to tell you, man, they're going to have a little itty bitty ring. You better believe it. That ring going to be itty bitty. They might be in an 18-foot ring that night, man. I'm trying to tell you. Canelo's going to make it. Yeah. Because he knows that Charlo got good feet. He can fight going backwards too, man. So he's definitely going to make sure that he has a tiny ring. He's going to do that. His stamina, and Canelo lacks a stamina. Yeah, that's why Canelo is at Lake Tahoe. He's training in high altitude. But keep in mind, Canelo just fought in May. Yeah, he just fought in May. He's going to be the sharper guy. But speaking about sharp guys, New Era Boxing Bets and TV is in the building. What's up, my guy? Always a pleasure to see you in the building, man. Always a pleasure to see you in the building. Yes, indeedy, man. But yeah, we got a good one. Man. But I'm going to tell you, like I say, I want Jamel to win. I'm going to be cheering for Jamel. But if I had to put my last dollar on it, it would go on on Canelo. I'm just based on math. I'm just looking at the math of this whole equation, man. Yeah. And Jamel is coming in an upward battle, man. Yeah. He coming in the negative. He coming in on the negative, man. So he has a lot that's going against him, man. Yeah. The odds are not in his favor, man. You know, when I look at the math, man, I just can't see it. I can't see it. But I'm gonna tell you, a lot of y'all see something I don't see. And I ain't gonna disregard you. I'm just telling you what I see. And the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing, man. You dig? Yeah. He got to come up 2 weight classes. I know everybody said, but he a big guy anyway. Okay. He's coming in 16 months later. I know they say, he been fighting his whole life. He'll be okay. Okay. All right. Nah, I don't even think Jamal gonna be there, man. Did y'all watch that recent interview? The recent interview that they just had of Jamal, man. I watched it finally today, and he's saying that he's training with Roy. Ronnie Shields asked him to go down there and hook up with Roy, and Roy's being his mentor right now. And he was saying he just had to get away from certain people. But he says him and his brother have not spoken. They have not spoken whatsoever. You dig? So I hope they, they've always had back and forth relationship. But I hope they mend it before the fight. I hope they do, and that his brother be there for him. You did, I hope he does, man. But because they're one for real, man. Yeah. They yin and yang for sure. They yin and yang for sure, man. So I hope his brother will be there. New Air say I'm not vouching no more for fighters coming off of layoffs against one of the best fighters in the world, right? That just fought 3 or 4 months ago. Yeah. And people talked about his last performance. Come on, man. When last time Canelo decided to train in high altitude? Yeah. And his body already looked like he is in phenomenal shape. It looked like that when he fought Ryder, he never stopped training. That's what it looked like to me. It looked like he never stopped training when he fought Ryder. He looks in phenomenal shape right now. You dig? I think everything is there, man. And, I'm pretty much sure they eating good steak. Yeah. They probably eating good Wagyu right now. Yes, indeed. I'm pretty much sure they eating good Wagyu right now. You did? Yes, indeed. So trust and believe, man. They didn't take that fight thinking that they're gonna. It's a chance of them losing. It's one of them fights, man, where people get emotionally invested into this fight, man, and going to jump out there and put that money on Jermell, man, and at the end of the night, they ain't gonna be happy. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. This is one time I want to be wrong. I want Jermell to knock out Canelo. I'm not a Canelo guy. Not at all. Yeah. But I only talk the X's and O's, man. That's all I like. You dig? If I like you or I don't like you, you dig? But if I feel though you're going to win, I'm going to say you're going to win. You dig? I try not to be emotionally invested. I look at the X's and O's as I see them. As I see them. You said it, Mel Robinson, not me. I just said Wagyu. Yes, indeedy, man. But it will be entertaining. It makes for good conversation. It makes for good topics and everything. You dig? But then you got another thing. Part of that uphill battle. Can Charlo get a decision against Canelo in Vegas? Can Charlo get a decision against Canelo in Vegas? Hey, Floyd couldn't even get a unanimous decision, and he had a unanimous fight. They gave him a majority decision. Even Canelo in the middle of the ring said that wasn't no majority decision. He know he was clearly beat, but that's how it is, man. Yeah. Only way they gave it to Bivol, man, because they didn't want to have an uproar up in there, man. He clearly got the hell beat. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, his rhythm going to be off, man. Yes, indeed. About time he finally found it, man, he might be behind. You're going to have a small ring. And it already shows that he's giving Canelo too much respect. He's giving him too much respect already. You did? Yeah. I hope he don't get in the ring and get to talking to him like Plant did. I hope that don't happen. No. I hope not, man. I'm down for the Lions mentality. You see what I got on the back of my wall, man. I'm down for the Lions, man. You better believe it. But I'm not seeing lion mentality right now. Unless he's just trying to be cunning. You dig? He's trying to be cunning. Hey, man. I'm just trying to help some people not make a bad bet, man. And if I discourage you and he wins, man, and you didn't put the money on, hey, you didn't lose either. Put it that way, you did. But I just the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing, man. And like I said, I want Jermell to win just as bad as you do. just as bad as you do, but I'm not going to say it just because I want him to win. I'll be doing you a disservice, man. I'll be doing you a disservice, man. Yeah. Then we'll start being just like all those other channels. And that's not what we're going to do in the Hangout. We ain't going to do that. We're going to call a spade a spade. That's just how it is. And I'm just telling you, that's just my math. Your math might come out totally different. Yeah. But I know I sat down and I did film study for about 2 hours today, man. And I just looked at the math. I calculated everything, man. The uphill battle he has to fight, fighting on this level, which he's never fought on this level before. And all that makes a difference, man. The lights are brighter. The interviews are more. The commitments are more. Yeah. He got to learn how to balance all that. Canelo's been here. He got the t-shirt. He did 1,000 times, man. This is nothing for him. Yeah. Your boy Jamel is in new territory today. He's in new territory. Yeah. It's already affecting him. You seen on All Access. He said, yeah, on this level, I had to decide what type of watch. I think I have to wear an elegant watch now. You thinking about the wrong thing, my guy. You thinking about the wrong. You better be thinking about that right hook that Canelo gonna be trying to put oops upside your head. Yeah. Oops up aside your head. That's what he's gonna be trying to put up inside your head. Justin James is in the building. Houston, we have a problem. What's up, Justin James? Hope all is good, man. We just talking about a little bit of boxing right now, man. Justin James, what do you think, man? Can Charlo win a decision against Canelo? And if he can't, the next question I ask you is, can he stop Canelo? Talk to me quick before I forget, man. Let me know, man. Let me know if my math ain't mathing, man. Yeah. The last time I equated will in my math. Yeah. The last time I equated will, W-I-L-L, in my math, after I done did the research, I done did the film studies and everything of Spence and Crawford. And y'all know Spence, my guy. And every time I did that math, it kept equaling it up to Crawford each time. But you know what I added into the math? I added will in the math. Yeah. And that's what I said. Well, you know what? It's going to come down to will, man. He can win it that way. Yeah. I still said it was a 50-50 fight. And I said numerous times, I don't know who's going to win that fight. Yeah. But that little birdie, the little birdie that helped me do that math said, boy, you know who's going to win that fight. The math says who's going to win that fight. But nah, man, I wanted to implement will. I wanted to enter. Yeah. And I was never taught will in math class when I was coming up. So why did I add that into the equation? Yeah. I learned. I learned. Yes, indeed. But I tell you what, I won't do that again. I'm just going to stick with the math, man. I'm going to stick with the math, and I hope you do too, man. And that way you make a smarter bets, man. And Canelo has never been knocked down in his whole career. Been in there with some of the hardest punches and some of the biggest guys. And has never been knocked down. Rock chin. So now you're going to tell me a guy that's coming up 2 weight classes is going to stop him. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Make me a believer, man. Yeah, I'm rooting for Jamel too, Justin. I'm rooting for him 100%. The whole night I'm rooting for him. Yeah. I'm definitely rooting for him. That's who I want to win the fight. But I hope that's not what y'all want me to come in here and say that's the reason why he's going to win, because I'm rooting for him. Because if I do, I'm doing you all a grave disservice, man. I'm trying to give you my best educated guess, man, or what we would call in school a hypothesis. Yeah. And that was based on my film study today, man. I put all the calculations in, man, and it just doesn't. It ain't mathing for that boy to win that fight, man. It ain't mathing, man. It ain't mathing. He says, I'm rooting for Jamel, but it's not going to be an easy task. But who knows? He can go in there and make it look easy and shock everybody. Hey, Crawford did it. He made it look too easy. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. You did. He can catch Canelo with the punch that he doesn't see, and that's the worst punch in the world. Is that punch that you don't see? Yeah, and you get caught with it. Yes, indeedy, man. Yes, indeedy, because you can't prepare for it. You can't brace for it. Yeah. I understand all that, man, but I just look at the math, man. I just look at the math, and I ain't putting no money on that fight. I ain't putting no money because there's really no money to be made. It ain't no money. It's a negative 400. So you gotta spend $400 to make $100 on Canelo. You gotta spend 400 to make 100 on Canelo, and then with Charlo you can make some money. You can make some money with Charlo. They giving him a plus 300. So yeah, you can spend $100 and get back 400 if you believe that Charlo can beat Canelo. Yeah. And if you think he can stop him, yeah. If you think he can stop him, it's even better money. Yeah. It's even better money. So there you go, man. He said with the boo-bop bang. Well, I tell you what, man, many men have failed by the boo-bop bang, man. So it is definitely something that can happen. It can definitely be something that can happen, man. But if some of those certain things were not in existence, like the 16-month layoff, coming up 2 weight classes, I don't even mind him coming up 2 weight classes, but coming up 2 weight classes, fighting somebody, adjusting to the weight class, and then fighting Canelo after that, I feel more comfortable that way. I feel more comfortable that way. I come from the old school, man. And where we always seen is when a guy comes into a new weight class, he don't just jump in there, man, and fight the top guy in the division. Nah, he get his feet wet first. He fights somebody, get adjusted to the weight and everything. Yeah. Work out all the kinks and everything. You did? Because there's things you're going to have to, it's math in that weight, man. You did? So you want to work all those things out first. And then, jump up there like that. You did? But again, like I said, that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. You did? And like I said, we all got him. Yeah, but I prefer that he didn't come off a 16-month layoff. I prefer that he's not coming off a hand injury. I prefer that he's not coming off 2 weight classes. I prefer that he's not fighting the number 1 guy, undisputed guy of the division in his first fight in this weight class. It's just a lot of minuses for him, man, and not enough pluses for me. Not enough pluses for me. Yeah. Then in his last fight against Castano, he got hit too much for me. So if he gets hit like that against Canelo, it's not going to be a good thing. He was getting hit flush. Now, I believe he got a great chin. I think he has a great chin, man. Yeah. He had to jump on the opportunity. It's plenty of money. Yeah. I would have did the same thing. Yeah, but we talking about putting that money on the, money on the wood, make the day go good. Yeah. I would definitely, I would have took the opportunity. Yes, indeed. He's securing the future, man. He's securing a nest egg, man. And he's daring to be great. So I agree with you 1,000%, Mel Robinson. Yes, indeed. I agree with you 1,000% about the opportunity and everything that doesn't happen. But then with that shouldn't cancel out what we feel, though, the chances of him winning or losing is, though. Because if I had an opportunity to fight Canelo as well, yeah. And look. And and I'm a 200-pounder guy. I'm a 200-pounder guy. You did? Yes, indeed. You ain't gonna put your money on me, no sirree, you're not. Yeah. But you're right. I'm no Jamel. You're 100% right. But I'm gonna take that opportunity. I know I'm gonna get the hell beat out of me, is what I'm saying. I know I'm gonna get that hell beat out of me, but at least I secure that nest egg. Yeah. I know a lot of it's gonna go on the hospital bill. I know that. But my family will be good though. My family will be good. Man, shoot. Hey, Justin James, I want him to shock everybody more than anybody. Yeah. I want to see him. I want to see him knock out Canelo and make Canelo look like Pacquiao, laying down, face down, butt in the air, pause. Yeah. That's what I want to see. I don't rock with Canelo at all. At all. You did? Yeah. Especially after the clenbuterol thing. Yes, indeed. Not at all. You did? It's all good, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, man. This is how we get down, man. Normally, there's more people than this in here, Mel Robinson. You dig? We also come on at 8 o'clock in the morning. You dig? But I'm going to tell you, it's a bunch of like-minded people in here. It's a bunch of like-minded people that are the same way, man, that try to remain, unbiased, you did. You know what I mean? Just speak about, and we try not to spin no narratives or anything as that, man. But listen here, man. I really appreciate Lottie Dot and everybody. And I really appreciate you saying that you're going to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget now. Do it right now. You dig? It's important to me. I ain't going to lie. We trying to have 5,000 subscribers by the end of this month, man. So it happens one by one. It happens one by one. You might start a dominoes effect, Mel Robinson. And I appreciate your engagement, man. Your engagement has definitely been second to none up in here. Since you walked in the door, man, you've been, you've been making it happen, man. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Dustin James said, I'm definitely not going to put any money on this fight. I lost the money on the EJ. Smart man. Smart man. Yes, indeed. We can have opinions like crazy, man. It's just when we started backing them, Jack, on not enough facts. Or you did. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm trying to save a couple of cats some dollars, man. You did. I'm going to tell you. He wins, man, we celebrate. Yeah. My reaction will be crazy online. My reaction will be crazy. It's young Jamel pulls it. Hey, because I'm Lions only. What I got behind me, man? Nothing but lions and pit bulls, Jack. You see what's behind me? Yes, indeed, man. I'm down for the lion. Yeah. I'm head of the pride, bruh. For sure. I'm down for the lions, man. Without a doubt. You dig? Lions only. Yes, indeed. I told you I don't sleep. Yeah. Because us lions are nocturnal creatures, man. We up all night. We sleep during the day, man. Yeah. Because we hunting, Jack. So yes, indeed, I'm down for the Lions for sure. Definitely down for the Lions, man. But listen here, man. I appreciate Lottie Dot and everybody that came in the building today. Man, it's been a great moment, man. We definitely got some cooking moments going on. It wasn't a lot of us in here, but we was cooking, weren't we, y'all? We was definitely cooking. Hey, make sure that you smash the appreciation button, man, as you leave out the building. And your homework assignment, man, is to share the show to somebody. Share the show to another hardcore, man. Make sure you do that, man. That's so imperative, man. Because that's the only way we're going to grow, man. Because, we ain't got one of them shows that cuss people out and everything and all those things. Those type of shows grow quickly, man. Because people like that entertainment of the host cussing people out and calling them names and telling them stupid about you know, how they feel. And since they don't rock with their favorite fighter, yeah. We don't do none of that around here, man. We don't do none of that, man. We don't do it. So, you know, I mean, it's only going to be a certain type of people that end up in this building. You dig? There's going to be a certain type of people that end up in this building, man. You didn't get here by happenstance, man. Trust me, the algorithm picked you particularly. The algorithm picked you particularly. Trust and believe on that, man. But other than that, it's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News. Yeah. You know where you at. We're the cheers of boxing, where everybody knows your name. Shout out to Lottie Dottie and everybody that showed up to this hardcore party. Other than that, I'm out of here. Man, how you turn this damn thing off? Peace.